Evaluate your team's energy this week versus last week?
Well, I would say it was better. I would say it's still far from what we need, but it was better. Thought we played with some excitement today. I mean, there was some times, especially defensively, where the guys were excited, and played with some enthusiasm. I thought we played more physical. We started hitting. That's one thing that we have done, just happened around here for a long time. And really, last year as well, we played physical. We didn't really play very physical last week, and so thought we improved that way this week. It's a frustrating game a little bit at times. We just didn't capitalize offensively on some opportunities, and it was frustrating. I'll say this: I told Tim after the game, I got a lot of respect for the way Nicholls played. I mean, those guys, I thought they really played well defensively up front. I thought they had a good scheme. They did a good job. Their safety got the run fit and gave us fits all night. We weren't able to run the ball like we need to have a good football team. And so those are things that we have to improve. And we just, too many execution miscues, 2 touchdowns called back. You just can't do that kind of stuff. Another red zone turnover. We do that when we get into Big 12 play. We're going to have a hard time beating anybody.
Coach, on that play where Josh fumbled by the goal line, was there an opportunity for Chandler to come back in the game, or did they tell you guys y'all couldn't have him?
So he lost his helmet, so there was a little bit of a conversation. We could have called a timeout. But we wanted Josh to have some experience anyway, so it felt like that was a chance to get him in and get him to play. And so we elected to just put him in the game and hand the ball off as opposed to using a timeout.
What was your overall assessment of how Chandler played tonight?
It's always hard to judge quarterbacks. I mean, obviously he ran the ball well. He was a spark for us running the ball. And when you look at the stats, we completed a high percentage of our throws. We didn't throw the ball down the field much. It was more kind of underneath things. I thought he made good decisions. Thought he did a better job this week taking care of the ball. I think a step in the right direction.
Coach, special teams have been big for you the first 2 games. Can you give us your thoughts on how they've played?
Yeah. Obviously the punt block was big. It's all anytime you can get off to a quick start like that, that's a big deal. Because we were struggling offensively to get much going. It was good to see. Trent make the block, and it was a big play for us. I thought we did some good things, special teams wise. I thought we were pretty decent in kickoff return again. Felt like Major was close once or twice to getting out, and then I know JoJo had a couple of good punt returns. We covered kicks fairly well. So some positives that way. Again, just kind of for me, I wanted to see us get in a little bit more sync offensively, and we struggled to do that. Again, I think you got to give Nicholls credit for that, but we've got to play better, and it just seems like we make a lot of mistakes. We've got to get a lot of those mistakes corrected.
Coach, in terms of tonight's game, what did you think about the running game, and especially in particular the offensive line?
Yeah, well, like I said earlier, there are times when it seemed to us for us tonight. There were times when we lost some one-on-one battles up front, with our offensive line, and then there were other times when they got somebody down in the box, safety down that's unaccounted for from the offensive line. So there was enough blame to kind of go around with everybody. But we have to play better up front. I just think that group should be a dominant group, and I don't think we were dominant tonight.
What did you see? Special teams. Can you talk about Griffin Kell?
Yeah.
His bounce back performance?
Yeah. No, Griff does a huge field goal at the end of the first half. I mean, what was that, 55 yards?
57.
57, yeah, 57 yarder. I mean, he probably could have been good from 65. I mean, he kicked the heck out of that thing. Yeah, I mean, look, when you have a kicker like Griffin, it's a weapon. I mean, it really is. And kicked the ball really, really well tonight. It was good to see him bounce back, as you said. You know, he's got a big leg. He's done a great job kicking off for us this year. And like I said, nailed 2 big field goals tonight.
What did you see from Nicholls' defensive scheme to feel like you got out of rhythm a little bit?
Well, you know, I think just again, I give their players and staff a lot of credit. I mean, they did a nice job keeping us off balance. As I said, a lot of different stunts up front with the defensive front. Got the safety involved in the run game a lot. You know, we just had a hard time getting much going running the ball, and so you know, those are things we got to get corrected. We got to get improved on, and you know, good thing is we were able to win the football game and you know, not play probably as well as we could have played offensively. I was pretty happy with what we did on defense, honestly. Keeping anybody out of the end zone, I think, is a difficult thing to do. And as I said earlier, we played a lot of players on defense. And so I was very encouraged to see, the way some of those young players played.
You didn't have to do quarterback. Was that an area you thought you saw some progress in tonight too?
Yeah, I think so at times, certainly. Yeah, at times, certainly. I think, again, especially when we got some of the young guys in the game, I was encouraged by the way we were able to rush the quarterback late in the game with some of those guys as well. So, you know, we'll go back and look at it and see. You know, I thought we pressured the quarterback better this week out of our three man front. We were able to get some pressure at times, and then we won some 4-man front. We pressured him as well. And so that was good to see.
Coach, you talked about Jordan Bailey a few times in fall camp, and he had 2 explosive plays tonight. What do you think his involvement can be in this offense for you guys this season?
Yeah, the good thing about Jordan, he just plays so fast. I mean, you know, he gets his hands on the ball, and, you know, there's never any hesitation. I mean, he's going a million miles an hour, and I think that's what he brings. It's just that kind of speed and dynamic playmaking ability, but he just does it consistently. You know, he runs fast, and when you run fast like he does, man, it's difficult to cover. When you get your hands on the ball in the open field, it can be hard to tackle as well. So, you know, it was glad to see him do what he did.
We'll go 2 more questions.
Coach, just 4 of 12, I think, on 3rd downs tonight.
Yeah, we got to get a lot better. Yeah, just not very good. Not very good on 3rd down at all. You know, and again, we had some 3rd and shorts where we didn't run the ball particularly well, and yeah, we've got to do a lot better on 3rd down.
Coach, tonight you guys played, well, it seemed that you guys were really focusing on kind of the 2nd string wide receivers. What was behind that? And then
Yeah, we had some guys that were banged up. You know, Savion really didn't practice much this week. He was sick, and had a little bit of a muscular injury, so we tried to not play him today. It was because of the injury. John Paul Richardson was kind of the same thing. He played a couple of plays, but we tried to limit him as much as we could just because of you know, some injuries. And you know, it's good to get some other guys some playing time, but we're going to have to, you know, our receivers have got to play more consistent. Those guys have got to step up. We've been, you know, it's good to see, you know, Warren Thompson make some plays and do some good things, and Jalen Robinson got involved, but you know, we just got to get more consistent at that position.
Thanks, Coach.